Hello students. In this class we are going to learn about food additives, like what a food additive is, why they are used, and some examples of food additives. We will also learn about some of the controversies surrounding some food additives and role of food additives. Okay, now we will get into the today's session. What is a food additive? Look at this ingredient declaration or any other ingredient declaration just about any product in the grocery store. Chances are you probably recognize the first few ingredients: flour, sugar, salt, because they are pretty basic ingredients that you probably have in your own kitchen. Yet as you go further down the list you start noticing some things that you don't recognize, such as monoglycerides, sorbic acid, and sodium benzoate. You may wonder what these ingredients are, what they are doing in your food, and whether or not they are safe. These types of ingredients are food additives. A food additive is anything that affects food, directly or indirectly, or is a component of food. Legally, a food additive is anything added to food, or used in food preparation, that is not on the generally recognized as safe, GRAS, list. The GRAS list includes products such as flour, sugar, and salt, any ingredient that has been used for a long time and has shown no adverse effects. So food additives are ingredients that need government approval before they can be added to food. Let's see some standard definition for food additives. A food additive may be defined as any substance or a mixture of substances other than the basic foodstuff which is present in food as a result of any aspect of production, processing, storage or packaging. Food additives are added intentionally to foods and are not naturally a part of the food. Another definition for food additives given by Food and Nutrition Board is a substance or mixture of substances, other than a basic foodstuff, which is present in a food as a result of any aspect of production, processing, storage, or packaging. WHO defined food additives as substances that are added to food to maintain or improve the safety, freshness, taste, texture, or appearance of food are known as food additives. Another standard definition from Handbook of Hydrocolloids is: a food additive is defined as any substance not normally consumed as a food by itself and one which is intentionally added to food for a technological purpose in the manufacture, processing, preparation, treatment, packaging, transport or storage of such food. When it comes to food additives, there is a lot of controversy over how safe they are and if they should be used. Before the government will approve a food additive, it needs to be proven not only that the additive is safe, but also that it doesn't cause any adverse effects. If further research ever shows a food additive to have adverse effects, then the government has the right to remove that additive from the approved list. In earlier days these are the chain of food enhancement techniques that connected through ages. Now we see the effect of industrial revolution on food enhancement. Chemicals like salt, lipids, acids, and enzymes are used for enhancing food shelf life and texture. Then invention of physical treatment like radiation, ozone, and microwave treatment that have better result in food enhancement. Packaging methods like vacuum packaging, modified atmosphere packaging and active packaging that also helps a lot for food enhancement. Classification of food additives based on the occurrence. Food additives are classified based on the occurrence as intentional or unintentional food additives. Intentional food additives. They are deliberately added to the food. They serve as useful functions, so they are beneficial. Example: stabilizers, emulsifiers, preservatives, etc. The second one, unintentional food additives or contaminants. They find their way in food accidentally and cause health hazard, also spoil the food. Example: pesticides, toxins, heavy metals, etc. Next, classification based on the source. They are natural additives, natural identical additives, and artificial or synthetic additives. Third one is classification based on the functional role. Food additives are classified based on the functional role as colorants, stabilizers, preservatives, and flavor enhancer. Why are food additives used? Frequently, food companies use food additives in order to ensure that their products are stable and uniform. Most food we buy at the grocery store isn't very fresh. And one thing about food is that it never stays good for very long. So in this day and age where most of the food we eat isn't fresh, food additives are added abundantly. There are many other reasons for food additives being used as well. Food additives can be used as a preservative, no-calorie sweetener, color, flavor, fat replacer, nutrient addition, emulsifier, stabilizer, thickener, pH control, leavening, anti-caking agent, humectant, to hold in moisture, dough strengthener, and enzyme preparation. Examples of food additives. Here are some different types of food additives. Preservatives, ascorbic acid, calcium sorbate, and sodium nitrite. Color additives, fruit and vegetables juices, yellow 5, and beta-carotene. Flavors and spices, real vanilla or artificial vanilla. Flavor enhancers, MSG and yeast. Emulsifiers, soy lecithin, mono, and diglycerides. Stabilizers and thickening agents, whey, guar gum, and gelatin. Functions of food additives. Additives perform a variety of useful functions ranging from keeping food wholesome and appealing, improving taste, texture, consistency or color to adding nutrients to make up losses or for the purpose of fortification. Nutrients are frequently added to food, such as adding iron and thiamine into flour. Sometimes these nutrients are even mandated by law to be added. Since most nutrients are removed from flour in the processing, the government requires producers to add many of the nutrients back into the flour. Other times nutrients are added simply to increase the nutritional value of the product. Preservative. There are many food additives that are used as a preservative, such as ascorbic acid, potassium sorbate, sodium nitrite and calcium sorbate. These food additives can prevent oxidation of fats, which cause an off flavor to develop, prevent the growth of microbes by changing the acidity, and prevent other changes in flavor. Preservative-type food additives can be found in anything from canned fruits and vegetables to breads and meats. Antioxidants. This chemical additive which when added to food retards or prevents oxidative deterioration of food. Example lecithin, ascorbic acid, tocopherol. Butylated hydroxyinosile, BHA, can be added to ghee, butter, fat spread only. Food colors. Substances used to correct loss of color due to food processing or to correct natural variations in food color. Use of colors is restricted to only specific items of food. Caramel can be used without label declaration. Other natural colors must be declared. Example beta-carotene, chlorophyll, riboflavin, annatto, saffron, curcumin, or turmeric. Synthetic food colors permitted for use in India include Ponceau 4R, cermoisine, erythrocine, red, tartrazine, yellow FCF, yellow, indigo carmine, brilliant blue FCF, blue, fast green FCF, green. Synthetic food colors are permitted only in certain foods such as ice cream, biscuits, cakes, canned peas, fruit squash. Flavoring agents. Artificial flavoring substances are those which have not been identified in natural products and are chemically synthesized. Monosodium glutamate is permitted in restricted amounts and its addition needs to be declared on the label with a warning that the food is unsuitable for children below 12 months of age. Add flavor or correct losses in flavor. Natural flavors are those exclusively obtained by physical processes from vegetable, sometimes, animal raw materials. Nature-identical flavoring substances are chemically isolated from raw materials or obtained synthetically. They are chemically identical to the substances present in natural products. Emulsifying and uniform stabilizing agents. Substances capable of facilitating a uniform stable dispersion of oils and fats in aqueous media or vice versa and or stabilizing such emulsions. No emulsifying or stabilizing agent can be used in any food except where use of emulsifying or stabilizing agent is specially permitted under PFA rules. Commonly used emulsifying or stabilizing agents include agar, alginates, dextrin, sorbitol, pectin, cellulose, monoglycerides, or diglycerides of fatty acids. Modified starches are being used the world over by the food processing industry as thickeners, binders, and stabilizers. These starches make sauces thick, potato chips crisp, puddings smooth in texture. Edible gums are used as a thickening agent in jams, gravies and sauces, gelling agent in pudding desserts, encapsulating agent to stabilize flavors. Sweetening agents include calorie sweeteners, low-calorie sweeteners, and non-calorie sweeteners. Calorie sweeteners contribute 4 kilocalorie per gram and have been associated with dental problems like caries and gum disorders. Example: cane sugar. Low-calorie sweeteners are relatively less sweet than sucrose, sugar, and provide energy between 1 and 3 kilocalorie per gram, example sugar alcohols or polyols. They occur naturally but are often manufactured on a commercial scale. Synthetic high-intensity sweeteners are more popular. They are very sweet, so needed in very small quantities. Example: saccharin, aspartame, acesulfame, potassium. Acesulfame can be used in cooking. Phenylketonuria patients must not consume aspartame. Sucralose is derived from ordinary sugar, is not broken down by the body and is poorly absorbed. It is 600 times sweeter than sugar. Anti-caking agents. Anti-caking substances are anhydrous substances that can pick up moisture without themselves becoming wet, and these are added to products such as table salt and dry mixes. Free-flowing salt has anti-caking agents added to prevent formation of lumps. Anti-caking agents permitted in India include carbonates of calcium, magnesium, phosphates of calcium, magnesium, silicates, stearates. In addition, calcium, potassium, or sodium ferrocyanide may also be used as anti-caking agents in salt, iodized salt and iron-fortified salt. Anti-foaming agents reduce foaming on heating, slow down deteriorative changes. Example: dimethyl polysiloxane in edible oils and fats for deep fat frying. Enzymes mainly used in industry to split carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, used in cheese, bread production, tenderizing meat. Leavening agents. Introduction of gas in batter or dough leading to its expansion improves appearance, texture, and taste of foods. Example: cream of tartar, rapid release, sodium aluminium phosphate or sulfate, slow release, anhydrous monocalcium phosphate, for an intermediate speed of release. The vast majority of chemical leavening systems are based on reaction of an acid with sodium bicarbonate to release carbon dioxide. E-numbering system or EEC, that is European Economic Community, a system which has been successfully used in Europe to label food additive, but using the system is not accepted in Canada or the USA. For those countries, INS numbering system is used. INS International Numbering System for Food Additives is a Codex-sponsored numbering system. It is set out in 3 columns providing identification number, the name of the additive, the technological function of the additive. This coding system is developed by Codex Alimentarius Commission Committee on Food Additives and Contaminants. Again, it is based on E-system. The INS system is broader than E-system and is intended as an identification system for food additives approved for use in 1 or more countries, not only in European countries. Nutrients are not included in E-system, while INS system has larger category of the food additives. Included. The INS numbers are largely the same numbers used in E-system without the E. Example: it is E264 for acetic acid, while in INS system it is only 264. Tartrazine is numbered as 102 in INS system, and in E-system it is E102. Sodium carboxymetyl cellulose, the INS number is 466 and E number is E466. Here is the E code numbers and their groups of the food ingredients. E100 for the coloring agents. E200 for preservatives. E300 for antioxidants. E400 for thickeners, stabilizers, gelling agents, and emulsifiers. E500 for agents for physical characteristics. And E code 600 to indicate the flavor enhancers which are added into the food. Here are some other examples include: like brilliant blue E133, Sucralose E955. Then now let's see about the acceptable or safe consumption level of each food additive with the food source in which it is added. Even though food additives added for various beneficial purpose into food, but in some cases if it is added in large amount or consumed in large amount it may cause various side effect. Let's see what are the effect of food addictive. There are the two types of the effects. Immediate effects and long-term effects of food additives. The immediate effects that includes headache, change in energy level, alternation in mental concentration, behavior, or the immune responses. And in long-term effects, increases the risk of cancer, cardiovascular diseases, and other degenerative conditions. Here in this image you can see the causes of the overconsumption of some food additives. Some side effects are also here: rashes on skin. Now we see different types of the food additives and its side effects when it is overconsumed. Preservatives. They prevent the spoilage of the food caused by fungi, bacteria, and other microorganisms. These preservatives are commonly used in the low-fat sprays, cheeses, margarine, mayonnaise, bakery products and dried fruit preparations. For example, sodium benzoate, sodium nitrate, benzoic acids. That is butylated hydroxyanisole BHA and butylated hydroxyl toluene, that is BHT. First one is sodium benzoate, that is used as preservatives in carbonated drinks, pickle, sauces. There are some side effects includes aggravates asthma and suspected to be on neurotoxin and carcinogen. It may cause the fetal abnormalities and it worsens the hyperactivity. So avoid overdrinking of carbonated drinks. Next example is sodium nitrite and nitrate. These preservatives are used in sauces, hot dogs and smoked fish. Side effects of sodium nitrate and nitrate is: nitrite are carcinogen. That is prostate, breast and stomach cancer in humans by nitrite. And nitrate, it increases the risk of miscarriages, fatal deaths and the birth defects. Next example of preservative is benzoic acids, which is added into drinks, low sugar products, cereals and meat products. And the side effect of this benzoic acids is: it may temporarily inhibits the digestive enzyme functions. It may deplete the glycine levels and cause asthma or allergens. Then BHA butylated anisole and BHT butylated hydroxyl toluene. These preservatives are added into potato chips, vegetable oils, and gums. The side effects are: it may be carcinogenic to humans. And these butylated hydroxyanisole also interacts with the nitrides to form the chemicals that cause the changes in the DNA of cells, and it is toxic to CNS, that is central nervous system and liver. Then next is the color additives. This makes the food look appealing and so taste is better. Synthetic color additives are described as one of the most dangerous additives. These colors are made from the coal tar or petroleum. These color additives are used to color beverages, dessert powders, ice creams, and custards. It causes allergies, asthma, and hyperactivity. For examples, erythrocine, tartrazine, and brilliant blue. Erythrocine, these are added into cherries in fruit cocktail, and in canned food for salads, baked foods, dairy products, and snacks foods. Side effect of this erythrocyte is cancer. Next example of color additives is tartrazine, which is added into ice cream, carbonated drinks, fish sticks, cake mixes and squashes. And side effects is hyperactivity, asthma, skin rashes, and migraine. Next example is Allura Red, which is used or added into the carbonated drinks, bubble gums, sauces, soups and wine. And side effects are: it may worsen or induce the asthma, rhinitis, or urticaris. Flavor enhancer is nothing but used to enhance taste, that is complex mixture of the flavor and aroma. These flavorings are added to the food products to give or intensify the flavor. For example, the monosodium glutamate is the sodium salt of the amino acid glutamic acid and a form of glutamate. Then monosodium glutamate that causes the headache, weakness, nausea, altered heart rate, a burning sensation in the forearms and back of the neck, tightness in the chest. Another side effect is neonatal exposure, which is linked to stunt growth. And the obesity is due to reduction in release of GH. Next point is the sweeteners. That is the non-nutritive or alternative sweeteners. The substances that impact the sweetness to the food but supplies the little or no energy to the body. Some functions of the sweetness are here. This sweetness provides textures in the baked food. Act as humectants in cakes. Lowers the freezing point in ice cream. Preservative in jams. Adds bulk to baked foods. Strengthens mouth-feeling soft drinks. For examples: aspartame, saccharin, acesulfame K. These are the food sweeteners which are found in sugar-free chewing gums, drinks such as carbonated, non-carbonated, milk-based, or alcoholic. Okay, now let's see about the acceptable daily intake of different food additives. Before that, some important terms need to know are: no observed effect level, NOEL. It is the highest dose or exposure level of a substance or material that produces no noticeable or observable toxic effect on tested animals. The LOAEL is the lowest dosage level at which chronic exposure to the substance shows adverse effects on tested animals. Acceptable daily intake, ADI. It is a measure of the amount of a specific substance, originally applied for a food additive, later also for a residue of a veterinary drug or pesticide, in food or drinking water that can be ingested, orally, daily over a lifetime without an appreciable health risk. ADI formula. Estimated to be the no observed effect level, divided by a uncertainty factor 100, sometimes a 1000 safety factor, depending on the nature of toxic effects noted and quality of available toxicity data. The dietary intake of an additive which can be safely ingested over a lifetime without appreciable risk from the known information. Example of ADI calculation. Let's assume that we have obtained the following results for one chemical substance from long-term in vivo animal toxicology studies. Reproductive toxicity rate, NOAEL, equal to 50 mg per kilogram body weight per day. Chronic toxicity rate, NOAEL, equal to 30 mg per kilogram body weight per day. Carcinogenicity rate, NOAEL, equal to 10 mg per kilogram body weight per day. Then the ADI can be calculated as follows. ADI equal to 10 mg per kilogram body weight per day divided by 100 equal to 0.1 mg per kilogram body weight per day. What this really means is that if a 60 kg person intakes less than 6 mg of the substance per day, there should be no risk. Okay students, that's all about today's session. Hope you understand the concept of food additives, its classification, examples of food additives, adverse effects of food additives if it is overconsumed, permitted limit calculation. Thank you students.